Welcome back to the Last Remnant video walkthrough, 100% completion, low BR run. My name is Bo, and we're continuing side quests in this video. We're going to be doing 3 of them. A Voice from the Past, Goodbye Sweet Love, and the Disappearing Knights. But before we get to that, we're going to go and refill our items, our herb items. This will allow us to keep on healing, keep on rezzing using item arts. If they do run out, then you just can't res anybody, and so you don't want to be in that position. I believe for the rest of the game, I kind of skip picking up herbs, just because once you've seen it once, you don't need to see it again. And I'm not sure why it took so long to select them. If you just arrow over to the left, it'll automatically fill them up to 100, but either way works. Our first quest is A Voice from the Past. It starts from White Ziti in Melfina. Young man, yes you, come closer. I have a task to ask of you. Do you know the catacombs in the nation of Elysian? It's said they hold a treasure hundreds of years old. The treasure is an ancient book outlining the forbidden process of how to bring back the dead. Legend has it that the forest maidens were so worried of the book's misuse that they sealed it away deep within the catacombs. You see what I'm getting at? I'd appreciate your discretion. To certain persons, this may seem distressingly like grave robbery, I fear. Both your participation and mine in this endeavor would need to be kept secret. I realize it seems lower than low not to do the deed myself, but were I to enter the catacombs, I would have to face them. And I cannot. How could I face them after? And they wail so loud already, it's all in my head would burst. It's too much to bear. That's why I need you to retrieve the forbidden tome. Certainly, you'll be amply rewarded. What do you say? Alright, I'll get the book. Oh, I'd hoped from the look on you that you didn't understand my need. You surpass even my expectations. The forbidden tome is hidden deep within the catacombs. It's said that many fierce and fearsome beasts have taken the area for their lairs. Be certain to stay on your guard. I think fierce and fearsome are the same word, right? This is well, we remember this zone. It's not my favorite zone. It's the only zone in the game with that damn fog. And this is the only quest in our low BR run that's going to force us to fight mobs that we don't have to fight. I guess I have to clarify that, because how can they force us if we don't have to fight them? There's going to be some situations where we need to get away from mobs, or they're going to run into us. And if they run into us, we have to enter battle with them. And so we have to make smart choices about fighting the absolute minimum number of mobs to get through this. It's kind of a gauntlet avoiding mobs, and we're going to use time shift as wise as we know how. We're going to use all the tools in our toolbox to get through here, and only having to fight 2 guys or something like that. We're going to time shift through these guys. Because we time shifted through them, they are going to be on us for life until we zone, or we hit time shift again when it recharges. It's the only way to shake them. So we may be outrunning them for the moment, but they will eventually catch up to us, especially if we have to maneuver around other mobs and stuff like that. We are avoiding these butterflies. The first mob we're going to be forced to fight is a butterfly, though. Nice. Oh, I didn't even think about it. Ladder is another thing that will cause the guys following you to go back. Like, they won't follow you down the ladder. So, our time shift is up again. That leaves that guy, because time is paused now, that leaves that guy back there where we tagged him. And now he's starting to move toward us, so we need to make a lot of ground before he gets too close. If you watch the mini-map, you can see the orange dots that are following our little arrow as soon as they're on us. Let's see, there's one coming permanently, and the one we just passed. Now, when we hit the fog, they're going to eventually catch up to us, so we need to hit the time shift again, and we need to engage this butterfly. We won't have another time shift to get away from the butterfly. We only have the time shift to get rid of the guys behind us. And so, since it was a single mob, that was the most optimal mob to engage to keep our XP as low as possible. These are butterflies, papillons or nymphalids, or got a couple names. They're new to us. I don't think we fought one yet. They don't do anything super special to look out for. Nothing we need to prepare for before we go into battle, of course.
That one looks good.
We're going to keep this fight as short as possible so we can just get to the NPC to continue the quest. But that's the purpose of the quest, is to annoy you with all the mobs in the zone that you're forced to fight just to get through it. By the time you get to the end boss, it's kind of anticlimactic. Alright, we're done. VR7 still?
May the God in heaven bless you all.
And at least we're getting stat ups. It's not a total waste that we had to fight the guy, but it's a shame that we couldn't keep it to quest bosses only. And this only with the fog. Well, something new is going to happen here also. When we get our second mob, which we also cannot avoid, it is going to attack us without us engaging it first. Like that butterfly we ran into and taunted directly on him to engage him. There are 3 ZD in here, and you just got to get lucky to get only one of them if you have to. You could get all 3, but if they run up and attack you,
Damn.
they're going to get the advantage on you. It's an enemy advantage, and it's the first time, so we get the tutorial. Yada yada yada. The mob hits you, and you weren't ready for it, so they get the first round. Like every one of the bad guys gets the ability to attack you, and you can't respond. There is one good thing about having that happen. In fact, we will force it to happen to us in later videos, because you essentially don't act in the first round, and so you get double action points by the time it comes time to act. Alright, we're still BR7.
I've been searching.
Yay for pages! Got an item. Alright, so we're done with the mobs that are going to make us fight them. It's not like we gained another BR level or anything, but it's just a matter of completionism. I didn't want to have to attack anyone. And this one here is kind of a pain to get around too. You don't have very much time shift in this slow fog to get away from them. So I'm really waiting to get out of the fog here before he decides to jack me from behind. Okay. Alright. Feeling better. Feeling better. It's low stress. If anybody knows of a way to avoid, more than less than 2 mobs, or to do it better, I'd love to hear about it. I've just never heard of a way to avoid them. Or is it even worth it to try to avoid them? I don't know. But this is going to put us in battle with some kind of imp for our quest, and that's a face really only a mother can love on this thing. I think he's got this crack look on his face. Defeat the Soul Eater. Alright, it's the same as any boss fight, except we don't have trash unions, so it's not super difficult. Imps aren't the baddest boys in the game. I said it before that these quests will eventually get more difficult. In fact, in the next few videos they get extremely difficult. There are some quests that I have tried to do and that I'm putting off because I can't finish them. So they're coming in the next few videos once we have a couple more BR levels worth of level ups. Here we want to do our regular attacks and healing when we can. I could say that at this point in the game, or the guide, we are about 1/3 of the way done with side quests. So there's 60 some, and we've done about 20, I'd say. And a lot of the third we've done have been the easy, just talk to this person, immediately completed quests. So as they become more difficult and the battles get a little bit longer and more challenging, the videos will get a little longer, and so we're a third done. We're probably only about a quarter done video time-wise. There are a lot of side quests. I think there's like 67 or something, ignoring Ophelia's quest, which we're not doing for obvious reasons. Oh, he's blinking already. All right. There's an Omni Strike. That's going to guarantee a solution to this problem. I'm not sure we actually get to it. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, we do. It's a nice way to finish it off. It's a peaceful way for the Soul Eater to die. Now we just talked to the long-winded ghost. Oh, crats! Ding 8.
Sweet! Son of a... I need the other one! The other one!
There's still plenty of power.
You may also
left in
notice
these
that our
old
BRs are
bones.
going up a little bit faster lately, because the mobs are higher XP. Due to that monster, our souls have been trapped here for years. But thanks to you destroying the beast, we can finally pass on to Elysian. What? You're here looking for the Forbidden Tome? Don't tell me. You were sent here by a white Ziti with piercing red eyes, right? A white, red-eyed Ziti, huh? Yep, that's him. This may all seem a little strange, but... Once he was the squad leader of the army division we were attached to, he was a warm and kind person up until that battle. In a battle 10 years ago on the Holy Plain, our division was completely destroyed. Only the captain made it out alive. Hit the button. We were on the front lines. It couldn't be helped, but the captain was devastated and took all blame for our deaths onto himself. We're afraid that while we've been trapped down here, the captain's soul has been eaten away. He has nightmares every night and is tormented by phantom voices. It's destroying his spiritual balance. I'm sure he figures that if he can get the Forbidden Tome, he can use it to bring us back to life. That's why he hired you. But that book no longer exists. Not as anything but a memory, anyway. It's been hundreds of years. The book is nothing but dust. To think that the captain still is searching for it after so many years. It's painful to see him like this, but there isn't much we can do. We're no longer of this world. Soon we'll pass on to Elysian. Please, could you give this to the captain? And tell him we have no regrets, so he doesn't need to have them either. Captain, please don't lose yourself. Let us go. I've been waiting too long. What's taking you so long? Did you get the Forbidden Tome? No. What? The Forbidden Tome no longer exists? Do not test my patience, boy. Without that book, it's all wrong, all wrong. How am I to bring them back? That picture. No. Stop, please stop. Take this, take it and go. I don't want to see that picture again, please. My head, the pain. Picture of the 2nd Brigade. It's nothing but a reminder of this quest, which we're done with, and it goes away if we push the main plot forward, so we had to do it. But now we're going to continue on. And finally, Gabriel gets a bracelet. Loki has stopped stealing all our bracelet requests, so now the others are free to grab them, and everybody else just wants items for their weapon upgrades. Just letting us know. Hey, just letting you know, I still need the same thing I needed 5 minutes ago. Just FYI, I need the same thing. Alright, so we're done with the first quest, moving on to the second quest. Second quest is Goodbye, Sweet Love, and it is the second of 3 quests for Paris. He's in the Baltarosa pub on the 2nd floor. He's the 90-foot guy in the corner. Yeah, I'm still unclear about the logistics of him and Charlotte. How they would ever... She's half his height. Rush, it's been quite a while. I have another favor to ask of you. East of Baltarosa, deep below the Great Sand Sea, Charlotte and I would appreciate it if you would escort us to the Seer. No problem. I hate to involve you in our personal intrigues yet again, but you have my gratitude. Our parents refused to acknowledge our love throughout the time we've been kept apart. We've communicated in secret. But now, we are tired of this cloak and dagger, keeping our true feelings in the shadows as if we were ashamed of such a thing. We've decided to elope. The Seer has agreed to keep us for a short time. Afterwards, we'll flee to someplace far, somewhere we may be together. Let us make our way to the great subterrane. You are the only man I can trust, Rush. Know that I appreciate this. The Seer lives further within. It should be a simple matter to hide out for a while in a place like this. Paris, wait, please. I'm worried, Paris. Is running away like this truly the right thing for us to do? Charlotte, what's come over you all of a sudden? This is your idea to begin with. I know, and I deeply believe, as the Seer says, that with you I will find true happiness. But still, Paris, what about Mother? Will she be able to share in our joy, or will it be the opposite? What about your father? There is no need to worry. Who's there? By ridding the world of the two of you, our organization will be able to spread joy to many, many people. Ah! Charlotte! That voice, that's the Seer. You've got to go after him. Right, thank you. Seer's home is further in. We must hurry and save Charlotte. Deja vu. And Paris is going to join the party again. Temporarily again, not permanently, just yet. We'll soon have him. But before we go and save Charlotte, we're going to pick up a treasure chest. Because there's no real rush. She's not our girlfriend, right? I mean, the main priority with us is that we get our booty. And then we can worry about Paris getting his booty. Okay, not a lot of great stuff in there. But we're going to a part of the Great Subterrane that we didn't go to the first time. We're not going to use the teleporter to go across and fight some monster and have a chest just out of reach of us. We're going to go to another area from the four-way at the very beginning. It's just a bunch of winding corridors that are starting to all look the same now. The Unspoken Path, or I'm sorry, Tranquil Springs. There's a chest over there to the left, if you really care. You can make a little left U-ey here and grab it. I chose not to. I think Paris was looking at me. And so we're avoiding the same mobs we avoid in every part of the Great Subterrane. But at least we don't have to turn on and off stealths. That's the thing to be thankful for. We can just rush straight to the NPC. We're going to use a time shift just to be safe. Better safe than sorry. And there's got a little camp up here. And we don't have to worry about guys hitting us once we initiate the quest. Seer, you've done so much for us. How could you betray us, our trust so? What is the meaning of this? Huh. There's no need for me to explain. All I have to explain is how I found the two of you victims of lover's suicide. Okay, and so the semi-literate will probably see that this is biting the plot exactly off of Romeo and Juliet, except there are less ghosts in Romeo and Juliet, and that's what we're fighting here, is two trash mobs of ghosts. We're calling them ghosts. They say amoebas, but that's incorrect. The boss, he's not a bad guy. The last boss we fought, the crackhead imp, was like 50,000 hit points. This guy only has 30,000 hit points. So we're not quite to the super challenging quests just yet, but those will be coming very soon. This is not a challenging boss at all. We'll talk about BR shortly. The BR we have right now is a BR 8. Our battle rank is 8. And to give you kind of an idea of where I was the first time I played the game, by the time I got to Nest of Eagles, which we did about 5 or 10 videos ago, I can't remember, that giant battle, I was at level 50. I was BR 50. And we did it at BR 3, so just kind of showing the range and difference and why it's important to do a low BR run there. Us keeping a BR 8 after all these quests is a good accomplishment, and it's going to really pay off for us soon. Okay, so the Seer's blinking. It's almost dead. Paris is a good guy. He acts like he couldn't do this himself and he needs our help, but he doesn't. We could have probably fought the guy alone without us, but we were glad to help. We're still BR8.
Little by little, I'm becoming stronger. This is exactly what
you
I
help
needed.
yourself, David. You can have all the large fangs you want. Charlotte, are you unharmed? Yes, I'm fine. Paris, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I tried, but I need to be at Mother's side. Why? You believe that the times we spent together, the feelings we shared, were nothing more than illusions created by the seer? Of course not. I know that can't be true. I can feel it. I can't. I see. It's alright. I knew that someday we would have to face the cruel truth of our situation. I only hoped our borrowed time would have lasted longer. Paris, let us return back to where each of us belongs. Poor Paris. Forgive me, Rush. I'm sorry you had to get mixed up in this. And Paris leaves the party. Was all that happened just a product of the Seer's machinations? I do not know. I have nothing left to believe in. At the very least, it's due to your assistance that Charlotte is unharmed, Rush. My heart was the only casualty. Forgive me, my mind wanders. Here's a small token of gratitude. They say that given enough time, a broken heart becomes inured to the pain. I suppose all I can do is wait. Well, that's kind of sad. The bad news is that Paris and Charlotte broke up, but the good news is we are one quest closer to getting Paris in our group full time, on healing duty. So that wraps up this quest. Paris has one of the weakest weapons, in-game weapons, but he's got psionics, which are going to really control the tempo of the battles from that, as soon as we get him in the group. He's going to be able to control morale at his will. So that's another great reason. I didn't mean to make it sound like we're only using him for heals. He's going to be our only psionicist early on, and our only one worth a crap for a long time. All right, we're going to the next quest here, the Disappearing Knights. Once again, got to talk to the emissary. Well met, Sir Rush. If you can spare a few moments, I would have you meet with Commander Roberto once again. Our spate have bad luck seems to have spread further. If you would please go to the palace. Yeah, you can't get the quest by going directly to the palace. You got to talk to that guy first, and then it'll open up Roberto's conversation in the palace. And just like the last quest, this is the second of 3 quests to recruit one of our badasses. And Marcia, does the Force Mages lend their aid to our search for the missing members of the Order? That king is baked off his ass. Sure does. Meister Olbeg, Sir Roberto, this is one of our newest maidens, Letitia. She has very advanced empathic abilities. Letitia is bound to one of the missing knights, a man named Neo. She has attempted to sense his presence since the beginning of this ordeal. Finally, she has been able to sense something. Go on, Letitia. Describe what you see. Yes, mistress. And that's way too many dots. I see several small, faint lights. Plants grow from the stones. They give off a beautiful green glow, and there's the sound of ever-falling water. Glowing plants and falling water? By the God Emperor, that must be the cavern to the southwest Cybenber. Indeed, that sounds to be the case. Alright. Master Sykes. We have gained a clue as to the whereabouts of the lost Knights of the Order. The maid Letitia, the Force Maidens, has seen a vision of where our errant knights may be. Her description led us believe they must be in the great caverns to the southwest Cybenber. I intend to head to Cybenber to rescue my comrades. I would appreciate it muchly if you would assist me, Master Sykes. May I once again call upon your blade? Let's bring him home. Let's bring him home. Once again, you honor me with your generosity. I am in your debt. Let us make preparations and head to Cybenber immediately. If the maid Letitia's vision was true, the errant knights of the Order should be this way. Let us make haste. And Roberto joins the party. Yay! Get a moss-covered key. Roberto will be joining us full-time soon. Avoiding lobsters and tight quarters, a pain in the ass. Pain in the ass. Had to rerun many times to get through here. Because they bolt charge pretty fast. They're no sweat when you're far enough away from them, but when you're running like toward them in a narrow corridor, all bets are off there. The door is sealed shut. Use the moss-covered key. Let's get this thing open. Clickety-clack. Oh, Neo, Venery, Lucora, are you alright? Commander Roberto, it's the Commander! Are we saved? Boss, I was getting real scared. Commander, on the way to the broken seal, some men dressed in black assaulted us. When we woke up, we were down here. Oh, snap. Finally, the Order's commanders gets around to showing up. Him. That's the one of the men in black who trapped us down here. Melfina's oh-so-important knightly order is done for. The bridge. We can't return to Melfina. Calm yourselves, everyone. It is said that these caverns have existed since the days of the Old Kingdoms. They consist of 6 connecting paths stretching across the continent. If we continue this way, surely we'll find a location where we may return to the surface. And this mob here kind of bugs out, like it's not trying to attack us for some reason. I think maybe the game gives you like a 5-second rule or something when you come in from a cutscene where nobody tries to attack you, and then they try to attack you. We have no choice but to run into these guys. Whoa there, little doggies. I can't just let you go around mucking up all my bros' plans. You better think again if you think you're gonna leave here alive. Hypnos, go! defeat the enemy. Alright, we got 3 groups of Hypnos, which might not seem like much, no boss, just 3 groups, but the Hypnos are actually can be a pain. They have a devastating bitch slap, and I think it might hit multiple unions if they're close enough together. But luckily these are the lowest level Hypnos in the game. In fact, these guys, this race of guys is in the highest level dungeon in the game, and they are brutal. They get pretty brutal if there's a lot of them. So it is kind of important here. If you're having trouble with this fight, you probably shouldn't unless you get super lucky with the bitch slaps like that. Oh. Okay, they just knocked Rush out, and he's botched. Okay, we need to get Rush his ailments cleared so he will not be KO'd and just knocked out. If we finish the fight while Rush is KO'd, Rush won't get skill ups, but the other members in his union should. So hopefully he dies, we can res him, or he gets cured before the end of the fight so we don't lose any skill ups, especially on our main guy. Oh. No! Get Rush up! It's still botched. I think they're gonna... I mean, I'm choosing all heal and cure stuff, but I think they're gonna kill the Hypnos group before we get a chance to get Rush out of the sick bed. He's just laying on the ground taking a dirt nap. Yeah. We're still BR8, and Rush will not get a skill up, but some of his other guys should.
I'm constantly growing stronger.
I know I'm good.
I feel stronger than I did before.
That's alright. I mean, one fight doesn't make a huge difference, I guess. Well, what the hell is wrong with you people? Keep the hell out of our way! Damn it. What am I gonna do? Okay, strategic withdrawal for now, but I'm gonna remember this. He's 24 inches away. Why can't I just reach out and grab him and stab him and slit his throat? How does he get a strategic withdrawal point blank? Okay, we're gonna pick up a couple things here. The treasure chest, obviously, but there's a morsel we're gonna pick up also in the final fortress that we have to hit. I'll explain the Cybenber path, I guess. The 7 paths. There's 7 paths from the world map that you'll eventually open. And Roberto said something about it earlier. They do all connect. Every 2 paths connect in this final fortress we just walked into here. Like, we just came off the 4th path, and we will run into the 5th path via the final fortress. And that's what the pairs of paths do. That's a morsel there. The Dokron morsel. And that's going to bring us up to 12 digs, I believe.
Okay.
Nice. And the reason we pick it up is because it's a pain in the ass to come back here and pick it up. Like in a later video, to have to run all the way through the 4th path and final fortress. I think they fixed the bridge or whatever. It's not that we can't get through the bridge, it's just that it's a pain. It takes time to come out here, so I'm getting it in this video instead of putting it in the morsels video later. You will forgive me. You'll find a way. So, weapon recipe.
Okay, later.
Door sealed shut. Use the moss-covered key. Oh yeah. And until you get this quest, you can't open these doors. So you can explore the zone. There's a named here that we're avoiding. He's kind of a badass. Yeah, he's a rare. That's usually up, so not so rare, but rare. And it would make this video unnecessarily longer than it needs to be. And so we will get back to that those types of shenanigans in later videos, but for right now, we don't want any extra fights. We're finally in the 5th path, and so it's just a straight walk out of here. Oh, you may have noticed my numbering's wrong. My math is bad. I said there's 7 paths, and every 2 of them meet up in the final fortress. That's true. And there's one path that goes to the final fortress but doesn't go anywhere. So it's the only one that doesn't have a pair. I believe it's path 1 that doesn't have an exit, and 2 and 3 do, 4 and 5 we're in now do, and 6 and 7 do. They meet up in the final fortress, and you can travel back and forth. Alright, enough about the 7th paths. Damn. We'll be coming back to these type areas many times. There's a lot of great drops, a lot of great mobs, a lot of great rares that will be needed for guild tasks, but not while we're trying to keep our low BR. This quest is also going to go away if we push the main plot forward, so we need to finish it. Thankfully, all were able to return to Melfina safely. This is all due to your assistance, Master Sykes. Again, I am in your debt. Still, Commander, the crews responsible for kidnapping our men in the first place have yet to be brought to justice. The tarnished honor of the Order of Melfina cries out to be avenged. The acts these miscreants have performed are unforgivable. Let our punishment be swift and unrelenting. Ophelia, I believe these men in black are just the face of a much larger evil and organization with command over many powerful remnants. The henchmen we have dealt with are far from the fiends controlling all this. If we do not uncover the masterminds behind this plot against Melfina, they will only send another set of assassins. But good name of the Order. And you gotta agree with Roberto again here, or you want to, at least. Even Master Sykes agrees. Ophelia, know that bruised hearts and soiled pride is something that the both of us share. Still, this matter bids us act with caution, and that cannot be ignored. Ophelia, the most important thing for us to protect is not our reputation. ... Roberto, this issue may be discussed at a later time. For now, let us be grateful for young Sykes' assistance in rescuing our knights. Oh yes, Master Sykes, take this as a token of our gratitude. 4,800 gold, yay! Roberto left the party. So we're certainly looking forward to a time when we can have Roberto and Paris in our party full-time. And Torg gets a premier bracelet. It looks like Loki was stopping our guys, so that's good. That's starting to circulate now. We'll continue in the next video.